So here we are, 25-26 starts right here, folks. We're here with the gaffer. So what do you reckon of that then, gaffer?
Good, yeah, positive. I know he'd probably think, hey, you're just being beat 5-1, but you know, playing against Ponte, obviously Jimmy Joe and you know, lads there, good friends of mine. And yeah, we were chatting. I was chatting to Jimmy there all second half. Obviously, we've had to mix it about tonight, you know, as you do, and that's our first game together. With regards to, you know, they've still got obviously a lot of lads who think, but we're a totally new team. And yeah, we're just about minutes tonight. I don't think 5-1 game. There were a couple of lame goals. I would at fault for the first one. My man come off me, scored an header. I think too busy barking orders, but yeah, that's that. Obviously a great free kick, lad. You know, he scored Frankie Sinfield, great free kick to be fair to him. But then it's a couple, you know, from edge of the box where obviously, you know, we should be closing down a lot quicker. But other than that, I'm positive. You know, we had probably 6-7 really good chances. You know, first and second half. You know, the game could have ended 10-9 potentially. Do you know what I mean? It were that type of game. But no, the positive thing for me was, you know, obviously we changed the full 11 for second half, and the positive thing was lads dug in and kept going and played some great stuff. You know, some great performances there, and you know, I'm gonna have a lot of headaches this year. But no, I look at that and look, there'll be ups and downs pre-seasons. I've been in teams before where we haven't had a good pre-season and we've won league, you know, by a substantial amount.
You have just said what Mick always says every year, that pre-season doesn't really tell you. The results don't tell you anything. It's what goes on the pitch.
Yeah, it's weird as a manager now because obviously I'm new to it, and I already don't like it. If that, you know, not in a bad way, but it's quite false. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You could have
none of us here tonight have thought that was a bad result, have we? Because we could see what was going on the pitch.
No,
you know.
exactly. You know,
the lads in the first half, just as you say, just needed organising.
Yeah, that's
it'll
it.
come. And second half, I thought there were a few lads there that were thinking, "Oh, fancy a bit of this."
Yeah, definitely. You know, it's going to be a long pre-season. Obviously, if you look at the fixtures, we haven't got any bad teams. You know what I mean? They're all solid teams. You look at, you know, Soldiers on Friday. You know, great local side. You know, good set of people. Obviously,
hopefully we get a big crowd for that one, eh?
Yeah, we'll build a link with them. You know, it's silly that Frickley and South Hempstead don't have a link. Do you know what I mean? So I'm going to sort that out with their gaffer I've spoke to last week, and we'll get that over the line.
We've had some of their lads working on our ground as well, haven't we, over the summer? So it's that's the thing. Nice bit of crossover,
and it should be, you know, that should be the case. Then obviously we've got, you know, next week 3 games. We've got Barnsley coming here on Tuesday night, and then Sheffield Wednesday Friday night, and then a quick turnaround to Grimsby Borough on Saturday. You know, so we've got no easy games, and it comes into Emlet week after, midweek. Obviously, good mates of mine, Rich Tracy, you know, Emily and Nico, and they've got a great side this year. Again, like they did last, and obviously we finish off with Dern, who's built a great side there. He's got the foundations are brilliant there, and they'll have a good go again this year. So yeah, we wanted a tough pre-season. You know, we didn't want to play any easy teams.
Well, you know, it sets you up for the season, doesn't it? You know, there's no easy teams in the NCL either, but when you've been playing something like this, you know, you'll have just that little bit more time perhaps when the league season starts, and that organisation will have been built up. And
yeah, definitely. Yeah, it's all about getting lads together and how to play. You know, it's all right training, but it's on field where it
that's
counts,
right.
You know? That's the main thing. But no. A lot of positives tonight. Yeah,
and there were a good few. There were some really solid performances, but there were a few really exciting performances as well out there, weren't there?
There were, yeah. I don't want to pinpoint anyone in particular, but you know, we spoke to lads after there, and yeah, a lot of positive. Like I say, a lot of positives.
Yeah, brilliant. Well, in that case, can't wait for the next one then, Gaffer. Hopefully, a big crowd on Friday night, and we'll all be down here for Soldiers. All right.
Cheers.
Thanks very much.